Encode your DNA. Define your genetic. Encode your DNA. Define your genetic structure. Choose a genetic resilience. Choose your first style. Pick your main color. Choose your detail color. Pick a Deadeye, Mercenary. Deadeye, Commando. Saboteur. Sentinel. Saboteur. Mercenary. Saboteur. Saboteur chosen. Sounds good. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun. We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your key.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions as you move forward.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around.
But...
In your
Right is always right. Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others. Do you remember the beast that shattered your family, or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger. for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story. This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the tree of life started to die. The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways. Close encounter. Wow.
Hack and slash.
As long as you're happy about it. Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa. It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it. The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under the stress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living being when absorbed, including you. The deep cut. That'll come in handy. Pull, go on. Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There are few records of the chain big apocalypse eons ago, but their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go. The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Sliding dash. Oh, ouch. Killed that one. That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives. Another one bites the dust. He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the legend of the one-eyed child that... The child could have been anyone, but the evil it... There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Looper Lupin did to your village, your moon... He says it has taken you a long time to bring... It was after the... fell apart. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no... Asks if you were tired, as it's a bit of a hike. Your son. The potato people, or Nono, are a wonder. You might be right. The Nono prefer to hide in glitter grass. You've found one. You should be... The Nono's key energy is just what the Pensai needs to complete its cycle and grow. You'll need a net to catch the Non. You handle that net like you... One day, he hopes the tree... But today, your focus... He says you'd better... He lost you there for a while, but no... He says he remembers every single day he devoted to growing the Tree of Life, but now he's afraid it might be in vain. The tree started to die when the end of days begun, and it wasn't long after that that the World Eaters arrived. The genetic evolution... His friend Gizmo is working on a Mekton and needs help defeating the Jumbo Puff at the end of the West Route. Wiz is still repairing his octopod to confront the Merc Puff that dwells deep down under the surface at the end of the Northwest Route. Nocco has tamed the Midget and is preparing to take on the Hoof Puff at the end of the East Route. Finally, Goop is almost done with the Goo Glide, a machine able to ride the waves of the surf all the way out to the Porky Puff at the end of the route to the southeast. Regard. You're getting the hang of it. Quickest way out is through... Know that the Tree of Life is dying. Its days are numbered. Without help, it can't endure the environmental change and assault from the World Eaters. A signpost maps it out for the cartographically challenged. Let's see. be the World Eater that chewed off Out-of-Date's leg. You'll need a hat trick to bring that down. Look, a survivor. Glad to see someone made it out alive. He's heard the stories about the terror. He worries there won't be much left to save if this continues. He doesn't know what you're connected. Anyway, he needs help and says it's by your actions you'll be judged.
That's a spark of light in you!
What's there to like about...
Not as much as it hurts.
Always making...
And you're...
There's Out-of-Date again. He must have missed something important. Out-of-Date says you will make a better stand against the World Eaters with the support of a tribe. The Myriad tribe is likely to be a good match as they act on the understanding of the greater good. And regardless of who you choose, it won't be easy. The Myriad's conviction to stop the World Eaters began when the Leviathans rose from the depths of the surf. Siding with the Myriad's movement for wholeness in a fragmented world might seem like the logical thing to do, but is it the right thing? One thing's certain, though. Destiny arrives all the same. The Jagni tribe only ever had one conviction: to bring balance to the world by wiping out the weak. They believe a cleansing is necessary to restore the world and want to let the World Eaters bring down the Tree of Life. But siding with Jagni isn't necessarily a bad thing. Fate will find a way.
Wherefore, where?
Out-of-Date says someone needs to break the stalemate and shift the balance of power to either Jagni's or Myriad's side. He believes the tribe Sifus, Myriad especially, will listen to you and expects you to pay at least one part. Out-of-Date will be waiting for you beneath the Tree of Life if you lose track of what you need to do.